Good morning, Gabby.
Good morning.
My name's Timothy. Welcome. Before we get started, I want to take a minute to talk about confidentiality. I just want to let you know that anything that we discuss is between you and I, unless it will cause immediate harm to you or anyone else. Is that okay?
Yes.
Before we begin, do you have any questions for me?
No, I do not.
Okay, great. Moving forward, so what brings you in here today?
I recently got a phone call from my children's teacher that she noticed that, like, on the outside, physically, their health was starting to decline. So she called me, like, with a concern about it, and I started thinking, why could that be? Like, I thought I took great care of them. And then it turns out I have a problem with eating out all the time. I eat out for literally every single meal, and I feed my children with fast food every single meal. And it's starting to affect the relationship between my children and me, myself, as well as everyone else I care about.
So what you're saying is that you're concerned for yourself, your family, and yourself because of your eating habits.
Yes, and also I just don't want the risk of my children being taken away.
Exactly. What are some pros and cons of your eating habits?
Pros, like one pro I have, I mean, it's just so good and it's convenient and it's fast. And speaking of pros, I have a Chipotle gift card. Would you want one?
Uh, I appreciate the offer, but no, thank you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Um, okay, moving on. What is it about eating out that makes you want to do it so often?
It's just the like how good it tastes and doesn't involve me cooking at all. I mean, that's pretty much it.
So you just you prefer the taste of probably more so because you're not cooking it yourself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Um, so what what do you value most in your life?
I would say my children and the relationships between me and them, as well as the health of them.
Okay, so you're telling me that relationships are important, but your relationships with your children is struggling right now.
I would say so, yes.
Do you think that maybe that could be a direct result from your eating behavior?
After some thinking, I would say it's a possibility because I do know that like eating eating out all the time can can damage your health physically and mentally, and that can like cause you to like not act the way that you usually would, and that can like make relationships worse between like me and my children, for example.
Exactly, and that goes in hand with your concern for their health.
Yeah.
So, knowing that your relationships are suffering on a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being the highest, what do you feel that your readiness of change? What do you feel that you're at?
I would say an 8. Like it's just an 8, just because I just like how good it tastes.
Yeah. So there's a sense of urgency there. You know, and it's great too because you notice that now and you're on the right path, you're in the right place to be able to get the change that you need. Can you tell me some goals, if any, that you made for yourself?
Some goals I have made, just learn about nutrition in general because that will make me want. Because from the nutrition I would learn about, that would make me go to the grocery and buy food that would be healthy for me and my children. And I'd also buy a cookbook, so I would actually get myself to cook rather than eating out all the time. And that is also something else I want to cut back on.
Okay. You know, that's good because you see change and when you have goals, that's obviously the stepping stone to change. So it's good that you see that. Looking forward, what aspect would improve once you commit to that change?
I would say that the health of my children would be improved, as well as the relationships between them, myself, and also my health.
Right, and health is important for yourself and your family, especially your kids, because you don't want them to pick up that habit and be in a
Yeah.
similar situation later down in their life, or and just keep that going. So that's
Yeah.
good. Well, I feel like we definitely made some progress, and now we have a measurement for where you want to be moving forward. For our second meeting, we can see if your commitment to those changes develop and delve into that further. So thank you for sharing, and I look forward to our second meeting.
Okay.